Yesterday we provided six sporting events on the channel, and from those six sporting events that we provided, five of those were successful, and we lost just one. So congratulations to those who were able, to get that one win yesterday from what we provided, because the first sporting event that lost kicked off really early around 2 a.m. and I guess most of you missed that, but the remaining five of those were successful. Okay, guys. So today we have more sporting events for you guys, another event for you guys to try your hands on it, so you think a fun section as well as a review of how yesterday went, so we can turn our losses into lessons. And of course, uh great great show today, more football predictions for you guys, to be able to make that decision that you need to make from today. Carefully selected sporting events for you guys today, and what we think will be the safest possible outcome in that sporting event, for you guys to be able to do what you need to do today. So if you're first time coming across the channel, or you're looking at the place where you can increase your chances of winning significantly in sports betting, this is the place for you. You are welcome, everyone. We're inviting you to take 1 second of your time, everyone, to hit that like button. Very important to do that for the community, for the culture, and subscribe first time coming across the channel, or you've been here and you've not done that. Hit that subscribe button to become a part of this community, what we like to call CV Sports Traders that we are building. And don't forget to turn the notification bells on. It will be very beneficial as we go on this journey to beating the odds. So welcome back, guys. My name is Huka, and I will be your humble host on this daily football prediction podcast show, bringing you football prediction as presided and prepared by the team, but for to you guys to be able to help you make better informed decisions and increase your chances of winning significantly. Yesterday in the So You Think You Can Punt section, provided sporting event between Real Madrid and Juventus, and we asked you guys to provide your correct scores in the comment section to stand a chance to win that 1 month free premium subscription with us. And unfortunately, that was wasted. Another slot wasted. Another shout out has been wasted. Nobody got that correctly. That ended in a 1-0 score line.
Oh no,
you guys. All right. So today we have another sporting event. As always, for you guys to try your hands on. And that is the game between Switzerland women and Norway women. Okay, that's the sporting event we're looking at today, but kind of looks difficult, but don't worry. As always, we have information about that sporting event to keep you updated, to keep you educated basically about that one, and be able to go ahead and do what you need to do. Try your hands on that, in the comment section. And here's that insight about that sporting event situation report, basically, that will help you make that decision today.
The Switzerland women's team will begin their Women's Euro 2025 journey by taking on Norway women at St. Jacob Park in Boso. Both Switzerland and Norway are aiming for a top 2 finish in Group A, which also includes Finland and Iceland. Switzerland had to wait until 2017 to make their debut in the tournament, but their first experience was short-lived, as they finished third with only 4 points. Sadly for Switzerland, they took a step back in the 2022 tournament, managing just 1 point from 3 matches, resulting in another early exit from the group stage. Lonotti is hoping for a more favorable outcome in their third Euros appearance, particularly since they are hosting the event for the first time. However, they missed an opportunity to gain confidence during their recent Nations League campaign, facing automatic relegation after securing only 2 points in a group that featured Iceland, Norway, and France. On a positive note, they broke their 8-game winless streak with a strong 4-1 victory in a friendly against the Czech Republic, thanks to goals from Riola Chameli, Geraldine Rutola, Smila Valotto, and Spengia Formli. Having not won any of their last 4 encounters with Norway, D1, L3, Switzerland will approach Wednesday's match.
Norway enters the tournament following a lackluster Nations League performance, finishing second with just 2 victories out of 6 matches, both of which were against Switzerland, including a narrow 1-0 win earlier this month. Unfortunately, Gemma Granger's team could not capitalize on that success in their latest friendly against Sweden, suffering a 2-0 loss after conceding 2 goals in the first half. In their opening match, Norway will aim to enhance their offensive play, as they have not scored more than 1 goal in any of their last 5 games. On Monday, Switzerland announced that Tottenham Hotspur defender Luana Bühler will miss the tournament due to an injury. Pierre Sandhage may opt for a back five consisting of Imam Benei, Viola Caligaris, Julia Stiley, Noel Merritts, and Nadine Reason. Arsenal midfielder Leo Wati is optimistic about regaining fitness to join the midfield after missing the friendly victory against the Czech Republic. In Norway's case, defender Matt Hein Ostenstad has been recently added to the squad as a substitute for the injured Guro Bergsvand. Granger is expected to choose a back four made up of Thea Bjeld, Marem Gelder, Tuva Hansson, and Morit Land. At the other end of the field, Ede Hegerberg is anticipated to lead the Norway attack, with Caroline Graham Hansen and Guro Reiten likely to offer support from the flanks. Norway has faced challenges with consistency lately, yet they can draw confidence from their 2 victories over Switzerland earlier this year. Keeping this in consideration, we believe they will manage to secure all 3 points against the tournament host.
Given the report that we have there, what do you think the correct score will be in this sporting event today? Let's try that. Leave your comments. Leave your correct scores in the comment section. Basically, we will be looking at that. Looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. And as always, you guys have been awesome in terms of following up with predictions in this section. Keep doing that. And like I said earlier, if you miss a game, this section is one of those sections where you can use what your fellow subscribers have predicted to fill up what you have there, because so far you guys have been doing an amazing job in this section. So shout out to you guys. Actually, everyone basically been trying this, and those who have won before. If you have won in this section, kindly head to the our bio description of this video, the comment section. You can find a Telegram link there to join the Telegram community and claim your slot, and also for more important updates also as far as football prediction is concerned, will be posted on the Telegram community. So you want to join that community basically. Okay guys, so that being said, let's get right into the review from yesterday. The 4 sporting events we had yesterday was the game between Kuopio and Nissan, and we talked about over 1.5 goals being scored there as our peak basically, and that ended in a 6-2 scoreline. Really over the top goals we had there in that one, and that way came through basically for us yesterday. Next sporting event we had was the game between Valor Reykjavik and Starjan Gardabe. We expected over 2.5 goals to be seen in that sporting event, and that ended 3-1. That sporting event yesterday, amazing one there. Next one we had was the game between Riga and Jelgava. We expected the home team to be able to win in that sporting event. It's our prediction, and that really happened yesterday, 3-0. That sporting event ended. The one that gave us away was the game between Manchester City and Al Ahly. We expected Manchester City to be able to win there yesterday, but they ended up drawing 2-2 and losing out basically at the end of the day to Al Ahly. Kind of a shocker there, that sporting event, but it is what it is. It is football. These things happen, right? Next sporting event we had was the game between Real Madrid and Juventus. We expected the home team to win or draw in that sporting event, and that ended in a 1-0 scoreline for Real Madrid, qualifying through in the FIFA Club World Cup to the next stage or the next round. Last sporting event we had was the game between Jazz Pori and Espon Palau Serra. And we expected over 2.5 goals to be seen there, and that ended in a 7-0 scoreline. That sporting event yesterday. So that is basically how yesterday went on the podcast show. Okay, guys. So today we have more sporting events for you guys, as well as picks about those sporting events, what we think is the most likely to happen options in those sporting events. And the first sporting event we have came to Borussia Dortmund and Monterrey from the FIFA Club World Cup. And we think that the home team should be able to win or draw as our peak in this sporting event. This kicks off around 2 a.m. West African time. Very, very early sporting event right there. Must have kicked off at the time of posting this, but we have to bring all of this to you as we're sharing everything we have basically on the table every single day on the podcast show. That's what we do. Okay. So next sporting event we have is the game between Intertoku and Marinhem, and that is from the Finland Vexuliga, league basically, and we think that the home team should be able to win in the sporting event as our peak here, and that kicks off around 1600 West African time. All right, guys. So 1600 West African time, home win from Finland. Intertoku Marinhem is our next prediction. Next we have is the game between HJK and Jaro. This is from Finland also, same league as the one before. the Veikkausliga, okay, Veikkausliga, Finland. Okay, that's where that is from, and we have the home team to win as our peak there in that sporting event. This kicks off around 1600 West African time. That sporting event, so home win, HJK to win basically in that one is our peak, and it kicks off 1600 from Finland. Next sporting event we have, is the game between Alves and KTP. This is still from the Veikkausliga in Finland, and kicks off around 1600, and our peak here will be for the home side to be able to win in that sporting event. That's what we've gone with, home win, 1600 West African time, Finland, Alves, KTP. That is our next peak. And before I go to the last, two peaks we have, guys, take 1 second of your time. A gentle reminder, to hit that like button, everyone. It takes 1 second. It is free of charge, for the culture, basically. And don't forget to subscribe. First time coming across this channel, you like the vibe, you like how it goes here. We invite you to become a part of this community. Hit that subscribe button. It takes 1 second to do that. If you're in here, you've not done that, kindly do that now to become part of this community of what we like to call Savvy Sports Traders that we're building on here. And don't forget to turn your notification bells on, everyone. It will be very beneficial to you as we go on this journey to beating the odds. The next sporting event we have is still from Finland, Veikkausliga, and that's the game between VPS, and Haka, and we think that over 1.5 goals will be seen in this sporting event as our peak basically in that one, and that kicks off around 1600 West African time. So VPS and Haka from Finland, over 1.5 goals our peak, and kicks off 1600 West African time. So that's next sporting event. Final sporting event we have from Australian Northern, NSWPL, NPL, and we think that the away team should be able to win between Maitland and Broadmeal Magic. Okay, so we think that the away team should be able to win. So Maitland versus Broadway Meadow Magic, and we think the away team should win 16. This kicks off around 1100 West African time, 11 a.m. That is should be the first one after the first sporting event that kicked off already, and that's from Australian Northern NSWPL, that sporting event. So these are the sporting events we have for you guys today, for you to be able to make your picks from. I hope that you've enjoyed watching this video, and it is my hope that you'll be able to find something of value from what we provided here. Take note that we are sharing this information, to you as information that we have. Do not consider this financial advice. It is not financial advice of any sort. This is just us sharing what we have on the table for you guys to be able to make your decisions from as well. All right, guys. And also note that information provided here should not be considered financial advice. You also have factors that can affect the outcome of these events, of these predictions that we provided here. Factors like VAR is one of those. You could have red cards, shown in those sporting events. You could have own goals scored. You could have also, penalty kicks awarded, injury and fitness concerns to key players right in the middle of the sporting events can turn the events around against, what we predicted initially. So it's important to gamble responsibly. Very important. That is the golden rule of the game on the channel. Okay, guys, make sure to gamble responsibly and do not stake more than you can afford to let go of. Football betting is a marathon. It is not a sprint. If you don't get it today, tomorrow is always another opportunity to get it right. So be careful out there, guys. Okay, you don't want to gamble too much, or you don't want to put out too much more than you can afford to let go of because of these factors we talked about that can lurk and turn the outcome around. All right, that being said, that'll be all for now. Till we see you again in the next episode of our daily podcast show. I remain yours truly, Hooker. Till then, may the odds be in our favor always, guys. Peace out.